Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video and welcome back to the shop. Today what I'm going to do to my 2019 Can-Am is I'm going to put a light bar on it. And this isn't just any light bar, it's a dual beam light bar. So I can run an amber beam or a white beam, and I believe I can still run both beams at the same time. This is a sponsored video. I didn't pay for this light. NOVSIGHT sent me this light. They're a great company. I've been communicating with them over the last month. Totally awesome people. I can't wait to do more work with them. So let's go take a look and see what comes in the box. So obviously this isn't a true unboxing. I've had this light already out. I've looked at it. I did some trial mounting on the four-wheeler, trying to figure out what's going to work best for me in my situation with my bike and where I want the light. So I've taken everything out of the boxes already except for the power cord. So let's start with the power cord. I have not looked at this power cord yet. So let's get this out of the box here, see what we got. So it looks like we got on off and on off for the white and the amber, I'm guessing. Looks like we got a relay, and this is all plug and play. You shouldn't really have to splice any wires. Let's hope. It should be a pretty easy install. So there's that. So here's the light. This comes in the other box. It's the other box here. I've already opened it up. So we got, these are the side brackets, and this is what I plan on using on my install. So the side brackets come in here. We'll take a look what's in there in a minute. And these are the bottom brackets. And here's the light itself. So this light, it's a nice looking light. It is super solid, and you got threaded bungs there for mounting, and there's kind of a track system here on the back if you were to want to hang it this way, I believe, or this way. And that's pretty simple kit. There's not a whole lot in the box. Let's take a look inside the little boxes. So these are the side brackets. These are what I plan on using. So yes, I have had these out of the box like I mentioned. So everything is a little messy, and it might not be looking the same as what you're going to get because I've already had it out of the box. So these are the side brackets here. These are what I'm going to use to mount the light. And here's all the back brackets. Let's try not to get everything mixed up. So that's what you get there for the back brackets. It's kind of got like a T-track system here where you can put that in there and bolt it up. But that's not how I'm going to mount it. Now this is not going to come in your kit. This is a custom made bracket that I made to mount the light on a specific place on my four-wheeler. I made this yesterday, sprayed her down with some Tremclad paint. So I made this yesterday, sprayed it down with some Tremclad paint, and now she's all dry and she's ready to go on the four-wheeler where I would prefer it to go. So it's raining cats and dogs, and I got a steel roof on this shed, so I'm hoping that my mic isn't picking up too much of that. So there's lots of different places where you can mount this, and there's different mounting options. Some guys like to put them up here. I've seen some guys put them down here. This here looks all right. I kind of like that. I was thinking about doing it that way. That way, when you're kind of going down the road, it kind of creates a high pressure area here and makes sure the air goes down through your rad. Killing two birds with one stone there, aren't you? But that's not where I want mine. I want mine tucked away down here in behind the bumper. So that's why I had to make that bracket, because there's really nothing there to bolt to. But have no fear, I have a grinder, and I have scrap steel, and I have a welder. And a little bit of patience, and you can build yourself a bracket. So let's go ahead and get this thing put on the quad, and then we can get at the wiring, which I'm usually not too good at, but I'm sure I can figure it out. So right here, where your bottom of your front bumper goes in and bolts in, there's two holes here already drilled. I tried to make a bracket to fit those, but it was just too much fussing around, and you couldn't really get at the bolts, and so I scrapped that idea. So my second idea was a little bit more simpler, a little bit of bent angle iron with some holes drilled in it. I drilled my own holes on the bottom, and I'm going to bolt this bracket right in there, and then I'm going to bolt the light on top, and it should tuck up in there, hopefully. So first, I'm going to bolt this in good and solid. I'm going to use nylon lock nuts to make sure that she don't come loose. Okay, so I got my bracket bolted on. You can see right here, it's kind of hard to see in the camera because it's so dark and the background's dark, but that is her there. So I am just going to run the wire in through the grill. It should all be hidden. So I need to put my side brackets on. That's this one and this one. And should be able to bolt it up. Now when I mocked it up, there wasn't any room to get a wrench on the side of these bolts. So we're gonna have to go farmer style and maybe use some vice grips. Okay, so these are the side brackets I'm talking about. And I wish I could remember. I think I put them on so the brackets are facing backwards, like it's leaning the light forward. I'm pretty sure that's how I had it. So with the supplied hardware that comes with it, these little hex bolts or Allen wrench bolts, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go see how I had that made. So you definitely don't want to tighten anything up until the end. So everything just goes finger tight to start with. The kit comes with washers and block washers, or spring washers. Some people call them spring washers. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Guys, I am loving this install. Look how sleek that is. That is pretty freaking nice. I like it. I've actually been really excited about this install. I just couldn't wait to get this thing hooked up. I just wanted to make sure I did it right. All right, so let's get started on the wiring. So, battery on the Can-Am is under the seat. And this here is the business end of the wiring harness. So, without even looking at any instructions, and I'm not even sure if instructions come with this. There's probably instructions on the website. Red to red, black to black. Tuck your relays in here somewhere. That might be a really nice place there to tuck them in. I run this harness up here. It splits off. Splits off right here. You have your switch. So you'll bring it up into the dash. And then this here will go up into the light. So let's get this started by pulling some of this stuff off. Get rid of that. That's really not all that clean either, is it? And I'm going to pull the dash pod off. Everything's pretty easy. It comes off on these Can-Ams because they're all just snapped in there. So hopefully I can feed my wires up into here. Bring them out around. So let's start doing that, I think, before we hook up the business end. Okay, this is what I got going on so far for the wiring. I got the relays tucked down in there. I put them in this way so the plugs are facing down so they won't fill up with water. I got my ground. I got my positive hooked up. I got my 2 fuses zip tied here. Got the wire running around the brake fluid cap. I got them zip tied here. And they go down, and these wires are they all got a really durable coating on them, so you should still zip tie them around, but you don't really have to worry too much about them chafing. So I got them coming down here, and they're a ways away from the shift lever, and I got another zip tie there, and they come up, and I got all the access. Oops. I got all the access coiled up in under the dash. And then I have the controller. It comes with the sticky tape. Peeled the back, cleaned that off with brake cleaner, and stuck it there, and I got the wires all hid under the dash. So it's pretty much time to put the plastics back on. I got one more zip tie I want to put on there. And I pulled the plastics on this side because I actually ran the wire for the light across to the left side. And I don't even know if you'll be able to see where I got all the wires, but they come down here and they run along up under here. And I will just tie them. I can't get the camera in there, but I'm just going to tie them up there out of the way, and then it plugs in here, back in under the fender, and there's the light there. I think it looks fantastic. Like it looks factory, and that was kind of the look I was going for. It's tucked in behind the bumper there. If I end up getting a tree, I might clip a little bit of it, but I'm not going to be anywhere near the glass. Yeah, so I'm going to get all the plastics on. And we'll give her a try out here in the shop. but I am going to demonstrate at night. All right, guys, that was a really simple install. Hardest thing was building that bracket, but you know, when you're kind of fussy and you like stuff to look stock, make it look like it come from the factory, you might have to put a little bit of elbow grease into it. A little frustrating sometimes fabricating stuff like that out of thin air, but you just got to keep telling yourself it's going to be worth it. And it was. So the whole idea here behind the twin beam light is that you can run an amber light or you can run a white light. I really love the amber light, so I can use this in the daytime because I am always telling my friends that I ride with to turn your lights on so I can see you. If I'm looking in my rear view mirror that's already muddy, I like to know where my friends are. And when you're going down the trail, you want to be able to see people and you want them to see you. It's just a safety thing. So what I like about this is your amber beam is just a little bit below your white beam. So your white beam's a little bit higher. And if you want to run both of them, you can run both, and the amber will be below the white light. So I think that is very neat. You can run it like that, or like that. There's the whites. There's the whites and ambers. There's my low beams, my high beams. Well, there you have it, guys. Now you can see how much more safe your four-wheeler can be running those amber lights through the bush or on the road along with your headlights. Makes you a lot more visible to everybody. I'm sure the amber light will really work good in the winter time too when you're running in the snow. But it's only beginning of May, so we're gonna have to wait an awful long time to try that out. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Check the links below. There's a link in the description of this video. It'll take you to this light bar, and it'll take you to NOVSIGHT's website where you can check out all the rest of their stuff. Like you seen at the beginning of this video, they got rooftop tents, lots of off-road lights, light bars, floor mats. They make a lot of stuff, and so far my experience with them is good quality stuff, and it's a great company to work with. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you go and buy one of these light bars. Peace out.